Lincoln! Come here, Duty. You want to say hi to everybody? Lincoln! Lincoln, come say hi to everybody. Come say hi. Hop up. Come here. Come say hi. Everybody wants you to say hi to them. Come here. Ugh. There we go. Can you see Lincoln? Oh, there we go. Thank you. Lincoln says hi to everybody. Dippin' Dumplin'. I like this. Oh, yes, they're tornadoes. We're terrible. I heard they said there might be over 100 people that died in the tornadoes in Kentucky, so we'll be thinking of them today, hopefully. Are you okay, Dippin' Dumplin'? Lincoln, no. No, Lincoln, no. No, 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 no. No. You're good. Lincoln, no. That's a Patreon. Whose Patreon is it? Okay, there we go. You want to throw me the sheep? Lincoln, no. Joe, the sheep. Cameraman, the sheep is right behind you. Okay. Lincoln, you can play with this.
There we go.
Here. Oh, it's 1 o'clock. Where's everybody from? Meg's here. Hello. Matt, hello. We got lots to talk about, Matt, from your comment the other day. Oh, we're working on the audio.
Whoa, God, it's so loud.
Sorry. I can hear it myself, and I don't want to hear it.
Oh, you know what? Hang on.
Okay, we're working on it. New York, Germany, wow. California, Ontario.
Okay. It was just my headphones that
Fort
were turned
Campbell. Yeah, oh, gosh. You know, my mom lived through a tornado that took her garage when she was little. And she always was very afraid of tornadoes after that. She always was...
Lincoln just let himself out.
Okay, bye, Lincoln. She was always nervous about storms after that, which I don't know how you could live through something like that, not especially when you're so little. And I think they all hid under the stairs in the basement. And their basement was like, they hid under there for like 8 hours, I believe. So hopefully, I can't even imagine it. I seriously can't imagine it. I don't even know what you do. So anyway, we'll have to do something to help them out somehow at some point. So okay, so French Quebec, wow. Florida, Denmark, Europe, wow. Denmark's amazing. Quebec, DC, District of Columbia, wow. That's amazing.
I gotta go get my laptop.
Oh, cameraman's running his laptop, but yeah, so we're gonna have to, I'll have to work on something, some type of donation or something for all those poor victims of the tornadoes, because I can't imagine what it's like to live through that and possibly lose family members, let alone kids or anything, parents, anything like that. So Puerto Rico, gosh, I haven't been to Puerto Rico. I think I was there like 4 years ago. It was nice, but you know what? I went down with my friend, and she has a friend that lives in Puerto Rico. And one of the nights I was there, all the power was out everywhere. And she's like, this is the first time we've ever had all the power out. And then I left, and then it was a month later when that crazy hurricane came through. And yeah, okay, let's stop talking about bad things now, because I could keep going. But we got Kuwait, New York, Berlin, wow, New Jersey, wow, crazy. So one thing I wanted to talk about, this brand, Youth to the People. You guys familiar with them at all? Most of the people in the U.S. probably will be. I know they're started to sell recently in like Europe and places like that. They're very, they started as a very small brand, vegan, big cruelty-free, big into the environment, things like that. They always use glass for their packaging because they're big into the environment, things like that. Being vegan is big for them. Being made in California is a big thing for them. They've been around for what? I don't know. Probably 8-10 years now, but they started very small, and they've been getting bigger and bigger. Well, news came out recently that L'Oreal purchased them, and so L'Oreal purchased them. I think they said the value was $50 million. I can't remember. I might have the article if you can pull it up when you get a second. It's not the Reddit thread. It's a second live stream. Okay, yeah, no problem.
You emailed it to me?
Yep. So Matt said they've been pumping out a lot of products, a lot of exfoliants. So they've got this exfoliant mask. They've got another exfoliant mask. They have an exfoliant liquid. And they came out with a new exfoliant liquid. They've been releasing tons of new. They have a new serum coming out. They have a cleansing balm that they just released a couple weeks ago, the Dreamberry cleansing balm. And a few of their products were nice, but they're getting expensive. They started to release more and more products that were very similar to products they already had out there.
It's on the screen now.
Okay. Anyway, so L'Oreal just came up and bought them, but interestingly enough, they haven't really been discussing it much. Can you scroll down and see if it says what the value was on there? I'm trying to remember. I believe it was... Can you scroll down the article?
I am. 50 million.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait.
So they said...
Yeah, I'm going to go back. Go ahead.
The valuation, I believe, was... Oh, it says the brand is expected to record over $50 million sales this year. But I don't actually know if they announced how much they bought it for. But anyway,
I don't think
it doesn't say. So L'Oreal's going to buy them. Okay, that's interesting because L'Oreal's not traditionally known as vegan or big into cruelty-free or big into like the environmental things like that. Okay, so I read that. Interesting. And then the next article I read was about Nestle and L'Oreal. So Nestle has reduced its stake in L'Oreal by selling $9 billion worth of their shares to L'Oreal for 400 euros a share. The sale trims its stake in the French beauty giant to 20%. So Nestle owns 20% of L'Oreal. Okay. So does this mean Nestle now owns Youth to the People? It kind of does in a way. I mean, if they own part of L'Oreal and L'Oreal owns this brand, it kind of means Youth to the People sold their brand to Nestle in part, right? I mean, it's kind of like A plus B equals C, right? I mean, so anyway, so Nestle owns just above 20% of L'Oreal. Nestle is they have a reputation that precedes them. They really have a reputation for not being the greatest for the environment, for people in general. It's impossible almost to go to any store and go grocery shopping or shopping for home goods without buying something from Nestle. It's almost impossible because they own stake in so many things. Water is a huge one. So I found that interesting. And I've never been a huge fan of L'Oreal, although they're giant. They're one of the big six in the beauty industry. But L'Oreal is their own partially by Nestle. And I guess I'd searched for this information about a year ago, and I really couldn't find anything out about the Nestle-L'Oreal connection. But Nestle owns part of L'Oreal. So in part, anything that L'Oreal really owns is kind of supporting Nestle since they own about 20%. That's a big amount. That's 20%. That's 1/5 of the entire company. And so they sold it for $400 a share, and they sold $10 billion worth of share to L'Oreal. So it sounds like L'Oreal kind of wants to lessen their connections with Nestle by buying up more and more stock from Nestle. It doesn't sound like L'Oreal converted any other shares from any other shareholders other than Nestle. And Nestle also has, board of directors. Nestle has 2 people on L'Oreal's board of directors. So Nestle is a big thing. So Nestle probably negotiated, in part, their board of directors with Youth to the People. So was Youth to the People really a good vegan, cruelty-free, environmentally friendly brand to begin with when they sold that easily to L'Oreal? I guess it'll be interesting to see how much they sell it for, but I guess it makes me wonder, should we really support any brand? Because there's a lot of brands I love, but then I wonder, is it good to support any brand in general? When in the long run, they all want to sell out. They all want to make the big payday. Drunk Elephant did it. Youth to the People did it. Who else has done it in the last couple? Paula's Choice. I mean, anybody that starts a brand, they want to make it worth a lot of money, sell it, get rich, and then maybe never work again, or maybe start another brand. Or Bobbi Brown, she started her supplement line, I believe, after she sold her cosmetic line. So it really makes me wonder, is there a brand we should support, or should we just support products we like and not support the brand themselves? Like Geek and Gorgeous I Love, would they sell out tomorrow to Nestle or L'Oreal for a big payday? I mean, it'd be hard to resist. I get it. But if you say you're about these things, you're about, this is the ethos of your brand. You're all about environmental. You're all about cruelty-free. You're all about being vegan. You're all about being good to the planet. And then you sell to Nestle. How is that possible that you stand for all these things and then you're going to sell out to help Nestle and L'Oreal make more money off your brand? I don't know. I'm curious what you guys think. So, yeah, Nestle is... Pharmacy was bought by Procter & Gamble recently too. It just makes me wonder, is there any brand that's really says what they believe and that's worth supporting? Because it just seems like in the long run, they all just want to sell out for a payday. I mean, I don't know. It's a question, and I always wonder. Yeah, it's very disappointing. And then it really makes me wonder if these people were all about what they said they were about. Did they believe it in the long run? I don't know. And Nestle they are one of the worst. Tracy said it well. They're one of the worst companies ever. They have done so many things to just mess up people in general and planets and ecosystems. They're about, you know what, brands, generally most of them are about money. I get it. But you wonder if they say they're believing in certain things, do they actually believe them in or not? I don't know. So I think people are never satisfied once they get a taste of wealth. Yeah, that's very true. I mean, at this point, I can't get excited to ever buy another product from them, although my interest had been waning since the last, 4 or 5 products they released haven't been great or very exciting or anything new, innovative from their earlier releases. So, it's kind of sad, to be honest. And I guess... in general, all the brands, they do want to sell it. They want to make a big payday, but I don't know. Deciem, they were just bought by Estee Lauder. I mean, so that's a whole kind of a different story how that came to be, but anyway, it's interesting. So for me, I'll support a brand until they sell out, I guess. Yeah, I mean, there's some brands I like. Geek and Gorgeous I love. Could they sell out tomorrow? I mean, should I get that excited about a brand in and of itself? Isn't-ry? I mean, I don't know. It makes me wonder, though. So, yeah, so I wonder if they'll be reformulated to now use cheaper ingredients. I'm sure L'Oreal is not going to buy any company for tens of millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars to not make money on it, you know. Thankfully, Estee Lauder so far hasn't really messed too much with Deciem yet. So that's a good thing. The Ordinary just released their new salicylic acid serum, which it looks better than their old version, which I wasn't a crazy fan of. But to make a salicylic acid serum for oily skin and have all these squalane and things like that, I have a wonder that it's going to have a texture similar to some of the other Ordinary products that I don't love the texture of. So I ordered it. It should be here any day. So yeah, I always wonder if Brandon would have sold to Deciem. I mean, he took some money from them as an investment, but I kind of don't have the feeling he would have let them take over everything. I don't think he wanted them to be super involved in it. But gosh, you know what? Him passing away was a huge loss for innovation and skincare. I know I've talked about before, but it's a huge loss because he really had some amazing ideas. He created some amazing brands. He really changed the overall marketing for skincare as a whole. He really changed it from L'Oreal products used to be looked at as affordable. Now, to me, L'Oreal products look expensive when I see a $40, $30 retinol serum that they're selling compared to some of the Ordinary products that are $8, $9. He changed that because before that, there really wasn't a market for really affordable products like there is now. So, yeah. So, cashing out for millions is hard to resist. I agree. I don't know what I would do. I mean, you know what? I guess I'm not really driven by money. I just want to have enough to feed my dogs and buy a real plasma pen. And after that, I'm fine. But anyway, yeah. So it's my fake plasma pen. I thought it was a real plasma pen. It's not. A real plasma pen is $1,000. This is $50. So I kind of got don't know if I got swindled. I just didn't do my it does work for like skin tags or things like that, but it's not a real plasma pen. So anyway. Yeah, brands and companies are for profit. Environmentalism is a marketing strategy. You shouldn't trust their human face. That is a very good point. Environmentalism, huge marketing strategy. Greenwashing, I guess, like you say, greenwashing. That is a total marketing strategy and works very well. And a lot of people play into that because they don't want to think buying all these products are bad for the environment as a whole. So if I support this, it's a little bit better because glass is recyclable. That whole discussion might be a little bit flipped too. Glass might actually not be the best in the long run. There's discussion on that too. So it is a total marketing strategy. Everything is. So yeah. You know what? If I came from nothing, my humble self, and I created a brand that's worth $100 million, I don't know how you would resist. I mean, it would be hard, I guess. Maybe at least you could shop it around and maybe try and sell it to somebody that's not Nestle or owned by Nestle, but I get it. So anyway. Oh, hello. I rarely catch lives. So glad I'm catching yours. Thank you for being here. So you guys have questions, comments, leave them because I've got a lot of stuff I want to chat about. And I'll just keep talking until you guys have more questions or anything. So anyway, yeah, so the lesson is companies will always choose the most profitable step forward. Should never be a surprise. That's the bottom line of business. Very true. It's to make money. Very good point. I get it. So I wonder when the world will become like the movie Wall-E and just one giant buy and large company will own everything. Yeah, I get that. Tesla skincare. Birkenstock, the sandal company, they have a skincare line.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Machine Gun Kelly is starting like a brand. I've never heard one song he's ever sang that. The only reason I probably even recognize his name is because he kind of ripped it from a mobster, I guess. So. And Jesse has a good point. I try not to get attached to brands, so I'm not too disappointed when they do shady stuff. We should just probably expect it because in the long run, it's all about money. So
trust but verify.
Trust but verify. Very true. So let's see. Can actual plasma treatment pen treatments be done at home? That's what I was hoping to get with this stupid thing.
No.
So I did a little list of the best skincare decisions and the worst skincare decisions I made this year. And this is not my worst. Actually, it's not a terrible product. This is more just like an electrocutor pen. It like burns the skin. That's what it does. So it says it takes off like skin tags, moles, freckles. I bought it for freckles, really. But this one's just like electrocutes your skin and like burns it. A plasma pen is totally different than this. But I didn't really do much research before I bought this, which is why you should always do your research first. But I guess with this, I'm only out $40 or $50. I don't even think it was that. I think it was like $30 to be honest, because I'm cheap. But so I thought it was a plasma pen, and then I started doing some real research on plasma and treatments and things. These cheap ones, they don't make plasma. Plasma is what they say, the fourth state of matter. It's the fourth state of matter. And it's very complicated, and I probably can't explain off the top of my head. But so the actual real plasma pens, this one, I should have brought the needle down, but you just like, it touches your skin and burns it. The real plasma pens don't even really need to touch your skin, but they're like $1,000, $1,400. But that's why I was looking at them. So I really want to get one. I might get one. Since Cameraman got a new computer, I get my plasma pen. But they're expensive. So I've been doing some reading about can you use it at home. And for a lot of people, you shouldn't do it at home. And a lot of people probably won't benefit from it, especially people with deeper skin tones, people that scar easily because it does kind of burn your skin. But I've been looking at using like around the mouth and the eyes. There's a gal that has a blog, Natural Chaos, I believe is the name of the blog. And she tests all these devices. And so plasma pen was the one I was reading about, but it's very interesting. But a lot of, only if your skin shade is light and if you don't scar easily, can you use it. But to be honest, it looks painful and like they recommend using a numbing cream with it. I think probably you're better off going to a salon to have it done, or an esthetician or dermatologist office to have it done. But it can really help with fine lines because it injures your skin, and then your skin heals and produces collagen. And some of the before and afters are just absolutely amazing to see how, even like years later, how they've aged. It's really amazing. So if you do buy a plasma pen, test it somewhere. Test it behind your ear, or test it somewhere where it's not noticeable, so you can see over 2, 3, 4 weeks if it heals properly, and if you end up with a scar or not. Because you don't want to end up having scars, because it's like literally like, it looks almost like henna tattoos almost when they do them. It's just like dots everywhere where the pen, you just keep doing smaller areas. So I think I'm going to get one. I'm going to test it first, but that's the other interesting thing, is even buying the real legitimate ones is interesting, because there's so many people trying to sell them, probably fake ones, used ones, counterfeit ones, fake ones. So you really need to do your research. And I almost bought one on a website, and then I thought, well, this is like $1,200. It's $200 less than the other place I looked at. Why? And so I started doing some research on who owned the domain name, and it was some weird like third-party seller out of Colombia or something. And this device was made in Korea. So I'm glad I did that, because it might have been a real pen that they send me, but there's no warranty on that if you buy it from a third-party person, or if it stops working, you're kind of screwed. So I want to buy it from the actual place. But the domain name looked like it was the real pen. It was like official Plumiderm or something like that. So I'm like, oh, it's official. It's got to be real, right? Obviously, if the name says official in it, it's not real, of course. Can't do that. So anyway, so let's see. Oh, yes, I've got so many devices I love. So yeah, the real plasma pens, it is like a very small burn, but it's not from the device actually touching your skin. It's from the plasma. So somehow it like goes through the air almost, because it's the fourth state of matter. What are the fourth state? Gas, liquid, solid, plasma is the fourth. So it goes in between like the air. That's probably the worst explanation of it ever. But so yeah, so anyway, so I really want to buy some more devices for next year, because like the Tria laser I use is amazing. I wish I would have used my new face more this year. That was another decision I made. I wish I would have used this more, but to be honest, I've used this so many times and I've never noticed any actual benefits. I don't know. I've never noticed anything good from it.
You turn the light off.
Turn this light off?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I can do that. Is it too bright?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The webcam is not bright.
So I don't know. Does anybody have any of these devices? They're like the electrical things. I've never noticed any benefits. So I was looking at buying a different one, but to be honest, I'm just not sure if it's this technology that just doesn't do anything for me specifically, because I use it with their gel. I use it with aloe. I just never noticed anything positive. But my Tria laser, I love. I bought it in January of 2017, which means it's going to be 5 years old next month, and it still works pretty well. I don't think it works as well. I think it's easier, like, if it senses where you're not touching the skin, it'll, like, shut off for a second. I think that part is not as good as it was when I bought it, but I think it was, like, $400. I know I got it on sale, because I think I got it on, like, an after Christmas holiday sale. But for 5 years, I wish I would have used it more, but I just really started being dedicated about using it a few months ago. Like, I want to get my money worth out of it. I know I need to use it at least every other day to really notice the benefits. But I think it does work well. My Tria eye laser doesn't work, but I think it uses like a Fraxel type technology. There's not a lot of lasers out there that are that easy to use, but it does hurt. So that's why I haven't used it as regularly as I wish I would have. But that device I really think does help. I ordered a Newa device, Newa. It's supposed to come today, so I'm really excited about that. So I think the Zip uses the same technology the New Face does, or it's the same type of device. So I haven't used the Zip, but I'm debating it. I don't know. I just wonder if it's just this type of technology for me just hasn't helped. But a lot of other people say they love this and they instantly notice their skin looks better after they use this. So, oh, Jesse said, I had a new face but didn't notice anything either. I wonder. There's also a device called the Nebulift. It's like Nebulyft, Nebulift, that uses like a few different technologies, including like radio frequency. So I'm interested in trying that. I think the Nua that I'm getting has similar benefits, but the difference with the Nebulift is it also can help with acne in the skin and how it forms and kind of stops it before it starts. So anyway, so let's see. You don't need the new face until, maybe that's it, until you start sagging your face. Yeah, maybe that's it. I don't know. I'm going to save it though. This one's also about 4 or 5 years, but I'll save it. We'll see. I don't know. Derma rollers derma rollers work great for thick calluses on the feet. I have not tried that. I've never even thought of it, but definitely don't use it on your face after that, right? You know what? The thing that does scare you about microneedles, and I used to talk about more in my videos, but the thing that scares me about them is I started seeing them at Marshall's and at TJ Maxx on the racks, like opened, like they've clearly been touched or not sanitized. So that really started scaring me. Like, if I talk about microneedling and people go to TJ Maxx and buy one that's just hanging up, not sterile or anything, bad things could happen because you're basically cutting yourself millions of times with these little needles. And if there's bacteria or anything on there, you roll it into your skin and it just ends up, could really damage your skin and take a long time to heal. So I really stopped talking about a lot because of that. But otherwise, you just have to be very careful with it. And so, yeah. So there we go. Hi, Frida. Thank you. So, let's see. Do I use an LED mask? So I had the Neutrogena one, which is just like the mask you put on. I also had some other LED handheld devices. And I think, in my opinion, the LED lights can help for different ailments. Like the blue lights are great for acne because of the level of depth that goes down in the skin, and it can help. But you really need to be religious about using it every single day for like 20 minutes. And it is a time commitment. So it can help though. The red lights for aging, I think like the orange or greenish lights can help with pigmentation, but it is a time commitment. And if you don't have the mask that goes on, and you have to use the wand, doing that for like 20 minutes it's a time commitment. And I guess I'd rather roll small pins across my face. I don't know.
Kim's here.
So, hey Kim! Oh, thank you. Am I glowing? My skin is so dry today. We got like, I don't know, how many inches of snow? 8?
Maybe 12.
12? A foot of snow? I don't know what that is in different countries, but it's a lot of snow.
More than you want.
It's more than you want. My poor shoes, I didn't wear boots. I don't have boots. We didn't get that much snow last year, so I don't really have any good snow boots, so. Any Nira users? I have not tried Nira, so there's so many devices. I should do a video about them all because some of them are great. Some of them I think were just a waste. So let's see. PMD. Oh, is the PMD, is that the one that's the sonic scrubber thing? I like those. Some of them really mess my skin up with. So okay, hang on. I want to get back in top. So what do you use for a hair removal device? I'm curious. I can't scroll up. Why can't I scroll up? Oh, there we go. I got it. Sorry. Yes, I use the Trio laser on my face. I don't use it on my neck, but I use it on my face. It does hurt though. Let's start with the level 1. So hair removal device. I have what was Silken. It's like you know what, for hair removal it's tough because unless you have dark hair and light skin, most of them don't work as great, or you need to use them a lot. But I don't know. I wish they had some of the technology I had in the salons for hair removal, but I think you have to do it like each hair at a time, which is like, I think I'd lose my mind. How many hairs are in the human body? Can you Google that, cameraman? How many hairs are, besides your head, how many hairs are in the human body? to try and remove it all. Well, I guess, except for your arms. But that used to be like a thing, too, removing any arm hair. So, I don't know. Let's see. Do you think it would be a good video idea to remove water-free makeup with gentle cleansers, as well as see how well they cleanse without stripping? Oh, that's a good idea. I like that idea. I'm going to have to do that. La Roche, okay, so I went too heavy on tretinoin around my smile lines, nasal folds. I heard the La Roche-Posay Cicaplast B5 is the best way to heal it. I agree. The Cicaplast B5 is great. It's a good product. It's very soothing, very calming. I think that's a great product to use. I would also recommend, if you're into snail mucin, it really does help hydrate the skin. I know there's some naysayers about snail mucin, but I've really had great luck with it. And Cica is great. The Cicaplast contains Cica, so Centella is great as well. But thick creams, Vaseline even, a layer of Vaseline after the Cicaplast will help kind of hydrate and protect it. So, yeah. Let's see.
About 100,000 on a head.
100,000?
Yeah, on a head.
Oh, what about the entire body?
I'm working on it.
Okay, there we go. Let's see.
Probably less.
Probably about the same. So, let's see. I've tried the blue light masks. So that, do you have that super expensive LED mask from Dr. Dennis Gross? I do not. There are so many similar ones of that, which they're just fine. I don't think Neutrogena makes that mask anymore. But the one thing I hated about it was you had to like replace the handle of it like every 20 uses, which I just had cameraman hardwire it, so I didn't have to do that. But just do some research, because there's a lot of different LED masks, and generally most of them are going to have similar effects. I think the big difference is how many lights there are in the mask. So if there's only like 20 lights, that's not very much. You might be better off just getting one of the light displays that you can like lay your face under. So it's an interesting market because everybody's all over all the different stuff. So all the different technologies, there's so many brands that have different things. All the prices are all over the board. But there's Baybel, I think they make one too, which is pretty good. So do some research on it, because the LED masks in the long run, it all comes down to how many lights are on there. And I guess I would make sure you get a warranty too. But I don't necessarily think the Dr. Dennis Gross one is any better or different than some of the other ones, because I think Wish Trend has one as well, so it might be worth checking that one out too. So let's see. Oh, Elias woke up. I'm crazy. I'm crazy. You woke up so early. You were the one that had set the alarm clock for 6, right? I'm impressed. I don't know if I could do that if I'm that. Yeah. Well, so
Good morning.
Good morning. What a great way to start the morning. Yeah. So, Used to the People is now. Yeah, we talked about a little bit. Used to the People was bought. I'm going to do a video on this topic because I've got a whole lot of thoughts on Used to the People and L'Oreal and Nestle. I've got a whole lot of thoughts. So I'm definitely going to do. They probably will change some of the formulas to make more money. And I really wonder if they're going to still use the California farm that they mentioned to grow everything. That's the other thing I wonder about, but I don't know. Let's see. Paula's Choice going to Unilever. Yeah, it just seems like every year any like unique standout brand just gets bought by somebody else. I'm not sure why, but it seems to happen. So it's raining nonstop in Australia. Wow, the humidity levels. Oh, you know what? There's nothing worse than it raining and being super humid, and you just feel like wet and damp. That's just such a gross feeling. What's that dog picture? Oh.
Can you read it?
Good day, mate. Oh, did you put it on the screen for everybody?
Yeah, they can see it, yeah.
That kangaroo looks like it could kick my booty. Look at his pecs. Jeez. I would not want to start a fight with that. Okay. So, yeah, so all these little brands just eventually, they sell out.
It's almost like a life cycle.
It is. It's like, what's the top year? Maybe 10 years. and then they sell. I think Drunk Elephant is around for like 8 or 9. This was probably 10 years. 10 years and then they're gone. So
that's why they need to subscribe to you.
Oh, I like that. Subscribe. Okay, so I love my Omnilux. I have not heard of the Omnilux, but I'm going to have to check it out now that you mentioned it, because I'm always looking for something new to try. Omnilux. I like that idea. Oh, I am still using the Trino lotion. I'm really happy with it. So I talked about my best skincare and beauty decisions I made this year and my worst decisions. Number 1, so I've got best decisions I made. Number 1, starting Trino. That has been a game changer for me. I think it's really helped my skin. And you know what? I didn't have the dryness at all that I had the first time I tried Retinol or anything like that. The first time I tried that, the next morning I woke up with patches everywhere. They were dry, and I have not had any issues with the Trino whatsoever. It has been amazing. Highly recommend. It's expensive, but it's worth checking out. And I did it through Trino's website, so they have somewhere they connect you online, so you don't actually have to go pay to see a dermatologist in the office. You can just do it over the computer with a few pictures and a few messages back and forth, and then they're pretty able to subscribe it and send it wherever, subscription to wherever you want. So I'm very happy I did that. It's really made a huge difference. So that was a great decision. Bryce, I've been using the Cosrx Snail Mucin moisturizer, but it didn't work. Oh no. I hate hearing that. It's like a dagger to my heart. I just love that stuff. I don't know if you can try the Snail Mucin at night in your evening routine as the very last step. If you haven't tried it that way, try it that way. And then go to sleep and then wake up and then see how it feels. I just know you haven't tried it properly. You have to try it. Try it. Please try it again for me. I know you will end up loving it. Maybe there's just a few people that won't love it, so I don't know. That's possible. So let's see. Okay. Oh, the droplet. Oh my gosh, the droplet. I was just talking to Cameron and my dad about this the other day. The droplet thing, that's that thing where it mists like these very small droplets. It's like $500 or something, and then to put the cartridges in, I think the cartridges are like $100 or $200, and they're like worth a month. But it was created by somebody that worked for NASA or something like that, I think. I don't know. It's so expensive. I can't put that much money into a face mist. If I was going to spend that much, I'd buy the plasma pen or a new laser. I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. Although, I mean, if it was free, I'd try it, but it's just so darn expensive. I don't know. I don't know. I just can't necessarily believe that the droplets are that much smaller that they absorb better than another mist. I don't know. So, let's see. Oh, Catherine's from Minnesota. You betcha. How much snow did she get? How much snow did you get, Catherine? Too much, I'm guessing. Okay, Omnilux LED masks are the gold standard when it comes to LED masks. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to try that. See an inappropriate name on here? I don't even know. I love the way Minnesotans say Minnesota. Minnesota. You betcha. Gotta love the trolls. Right, cameraman?
I'm not trolling. It's real.
Oh.
Will Woo? Huh.
Let's see. Oh, heck no. Too expensive for me. Yeah, you know what? Those droplet devices, probably overrated. Probably. I mean, I haven't tried it to say either way. So, just purchase Nira on Black Friday. Using it every day. You're going to have to keep me posted, Clove, on the Nira. Because I checked that one out, too, and oh, I just wish I could buy all the devices. Like this gal that has her Natural Chaos device website. She has like hundreds of devices that she reviews. It's very fascinating. So I shouldn't necessarily check hers out. It's interesting. If you're in devices, she's very knowledgeable. It's amazing. So yeah. Her name made me die laughing. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, Jesse, try the Snail Mucin again. Try it. Seriously. Because at first I didn't like it either. But I have tried Alion's Ado Cream. I really like it. It's wonderful. If you can get it on sale, it's even better, because usually it's like $30, but sometimes they have the Alien Cream on sale, so there we go. I was going to try Trino, but it's much cheaper if I get it through insurance. I had to pay $35. Okay, that's not bad. $35 and you have to pay for the doctor visit. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Trino's been nice, so I couldn't use another. I mean, I tried them multiple times. I tried a few different formulations, and that one's the first one. I guess those droplets will just evaporate extra fast, like money in the hands of politicians. They just spend it so freaking fast. I don't even know what. Man, if I had a ton of money, I could buy a lot of devices if I was a politician. I bet they all own a lot of skincare devices, so let's see. Okay, so you you just started dappling. Okay, so you probably have some purging going on, I'm guessing. It'll be like that if it continues for more than 3 weeks. I would maybe think maybe there's something else going on there, but purging is kind of common when you start something like a dappling or a retinoid or certain exfoliants, so it's not totally uncommon.
What is purging?
Purging just means it's like when you start something new, it's bringing all the oil and things to the top of your skin. You get more breakouts because it's purging everything that's in your skin that's been sitting there. It's kind of it's not necessarily a reaction per se, but it's not uncommon when you start something new like that. But if it continues past 3 or 4 weeks, I'd probably stop it and maybe try something else at a different point. But yeah, so you don't have the dryness, so that's good. I had my male friend try the Snail Cream, and he said his skin has never been so soft. Cameraman, you should try the Snail Cream tonight. It is so wonderful. I just can't get over how much I love it. Anyway. Okay, so let's see. What else do I want to chat about? Okay, so my best skincare decisions I made this year. Do you guys have any best decisions you made? Retinization. Yeah, that's true. Will Woo. Different was actually really harsh on my skin, too. I think you're retinizing. Yeah, retinization, there's a reason there's a term for it, because it is a total process that your skin goes through when you start a new retinoid. I was lucky. I didn't have any issues with the dappling at all, but some people do, and so retinization is a whole process. Google it when we're done. Retinization, it's a whole process of your skin acclimating to using a retinoid. So if you're continue to have that same reaction, I would stop using it, take a month off, and then check out something else. The Geek and Gorgeous Retinol is great. It is wonderful. It contains some other beneficial ingredients that the adapalene doesn't, to help prevent some of the retinization process. The adapalene formula is very simple, so you really need to use it with a good serum and a good moisturizer, because it's such a simple formula. So, you know what? The Equal Oat Milk PHA serum, I have it, and I need to start testing it again. It's a good one, so I've just barely started to use it. So Centella is great for all skin types. Centella asiatica, it's wonderful. It's great for most skin. It is an antioxidant. It is soothing for skin. It's hydrating for skin. It's got some great biocompounds in the Centella, such as asiatic acid and maacaside, that are just wonderful for skin. So finding a good Centella product is wonderful. It helps with redness. It's wonderful. So I'm working on a versus of different Centella products. So yeah. Let's see. How often would you use the ordinary lactic acid 10% and versed retinol in a week? Let's see. So I would probably, depending on how long you've used them, if your skin has been adjusted and you've used retinols and exfoliants before, I use them every other day. But if you're new to both of those, I'd probably use maybe the ordinary lactic acid on a Monday, skip one night, then use the versed on a Wednesday, skip the next day. But if you're used to retinol and exfoliants, then I would just use them every other day. That's typically what I do with my Trino. So I use the Trino one night, then I exfoliate the other night, then I use the Trino every other night. So Oh, Belma said it on the dot. Canceling my boxes. That was on my best beauty decisions that I made this year. Unsubscribing from most beauty box subscriptions I have. that was my last favorite, my fourth to the last best decision I made, because I had so many beauty box subscriptions, and it was stuff that I would get and be like, oh, I already have this, or it has fragrance in it, or I don't like it, or I'll gift it, or it's just a ton of makeup. So I'm glad I think I only have one subscription left from Beauty Fix, which is derm stores, and that's the last one I have. So I want to try that Deviant skincare as well, but I missed their Black Friday sale too, and I have not tried anything from them, but a lot of people have mentioned and had good luck, although they're expensive if they're not on sale. So maybe they'll have like an after the holidays sale. A lot of these brands never have any sales. So Jenny, you're new to both active. So that's what I would start doing. I would use the Ordinary one night, skip one night, maybe skip two, depending on how sensitive your skin is, and then use the retinoid. Or you could also, if you wanted to start it differently, you could start using the Ordinary for a month every other night, and then slowly incorporate the retinoid. But I think if you start it very slow, using the lactic acid one night, skipping a night, then use the retinoid, I think your skin will acclimate to it okay. But just test them both, patch test both of them first, because you don't want to have a reaction to either one. So slow is better. There's no reason to speed up starting it. Slow is better. So maybe take 1 or 2 nights off. So is using Trino every other day enough for anti-aging? I think for me it is. I think I've noticed, I think it's helping with fine lines for me. So I do. I mean, I'd rather see, then my decision is, then do I use Trino every night? And then it gets to be a bit much using exfoliant in the same routine with it, unless I use like a very mild exfoliant. So that's kind of, yeah, test and go. There's no science to what your skin's going to do to a lot of different things, or how it's going to react. So let's see. Oh, is clinical cleansing complex. I think I have that. I have not tried it yet. So, oh, Tracy, I tried using the Centella unscented serum and didn't like it at all. Huh. Interesting. Have you found a different Centella type serum that you like? So, oh, have I tried the Mad About Skin products? So, I always have this thing in the back of my mind, like, can I test something for a product for somebody that's I've worked with and I like? You know, like with Hiram, he's been very great to me and my channel. Can I review their stuff and be biased? I don't know. I'm not sure that I can, and I'm not going to try something and hate it and then go tell everybody I hate it, because I don't want to. If it's somebody I like, yeah. So that's why I haven't tried them yet, because if I hate it, I'm not going to go publicize it, because I don't want to hurt somebody that I've worked with, you know. So,
but that's an opinion too.
That's true, yeah. So, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. So, okay. How do I feel about the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream? You know, it's okay. I didn't have any issues with it. It wasn't crazy exciting, but it's a good, simple product. So, not my favorite, but yeah, nothing wrong with it. So, let's see. They say you don't need to use tretinoin every day for anti-aging, but only after you've used it every day for 1 year. Interesting. I'm going to have to do some more research on that. Huh. Tracy, you did not have luck with Mad About Skin. Well, you know what? There's just some brands that work well for people, and sometimes they don't work well. Or I have yet to find one brand where I've tried every single product of theirs and loved it. First Aid Beauty was the closest to that until they changed everything, and now my next up is Geek and Gorgeous. I've pretty much had good luck with everything from them, but it's hard to find brands like that. So, and then at some point they'll probably sell.
Yeah,
then
did they sell out?
Yeah, at some point I'm sure they will. I don't know if you guys saw this, but La Roche-Posay, they are changing their formula of their Shock, and I believe a lot of their other sunscreens. A lot of people have mentioned that they haven't been able to find this around, and that That is because they are changing.
lower.
They have a new filter coming out. Do you want to bring that thread up, cameraman?
Which from Reddit?
Yep. Yep, the one from Reddit. So yeah, so they've got a new filter coming out. It's called, let's see, UV Mune. UV Mune? So if you've been looking for some of their products and haven't had any luck finding them, that's because they are taking them off the shelves and reformulating it with their new filter. So this is going to be interesting. So their UV Mune Invisible Fluid is going to be their newest sunscreen. So very interesting to see how people will like that. A lot of people mentioned that they had some tanning with the old Shaka formula, which I thought was a little crazy because it's one of the stronger ones, but actually there's some people that had tanning with it. And so they're changing it with a new filter, which will we'll see, I guess. Some people, it's already available in certain countries, I guess. So, yeah. So I'm very excited to try this one out when it comes. I'm also interested, so Garnier has identical products, so I'm interested to see if Garnier changes their formulas as well, or if it's just going to be La Roche-Posay. I guess we'll see, because the Garnier fluid is identical. So anyway, so that'll be interesting to see this year. Favorite shampoo and conditioner. Cameraman is very opinionated on his favorite conditioner. Very opinionated. It is the Moroccan Oil Hydrating Conditioner. Cameraman, he made me reorder it even though it wasn't fully empty because he was afraid it was going to be out.
I just want it there when I need it.
Yeah, anyway. So yes, Moroccan Oil Hydrating Shampoo, Hydrating Conditioner. Love those two. I've also been trying the Revolution Skincare Bond Plex Shampoo and Conditioner. I also like that. It has a lemony, fruity scent to it, which is okay. It's mild, but I also like that as well. But Moroccan Oil is usually my favorite. I just have good luck with it, so there we go. Yeah, I'm excited to try the new. I'm interested to see if they change the Garnier formulas or not, too. That'll be interesting to see. Another change, Sunday Riley changed their Tidal Water Enzyme Brightening Cream formula. So I saw it on Sephora under the category of new products. I'm like, that's strange. It's been around for a long time. And I started looking and I realized they changed the formula. And I searched on new reviews. And like the first 20 newest reviews were all like 1 star. Moldy, clumpy, smelly, mildewy, green. They hated it. So they changed the formula. I don't know why. Because they had some complaints from people. But anyway, so if you want to try it, that's probably why this was in so many beauty boxes in the last couple of months, because they're probably trying to get rid of the stock before they changed it. So people hated it. I don't know why, but anyway. Oh, you didn't like it either, Jesse. You know, it's worth a try though. So, oh no plastic stopper on the dropper. But see, that's when it gets all messy like that, it's just, I can't stand it. Messy products. I mean, my countertop is already messy enough. I don't need any more mess that I don't create myself. So the other good skincare decision I made was using HelioCare every single day, even in the winter. This is the only supplement I actually believe does anything at this point. It's the only supplement that really has a ton of research on it. So, oh, thank you, Fortunate Nanette. I'm so bad at stuff like that. Yeah, this stuff, yeah, I think they've been trying to get rid of the overstock for a while, and yeah, so people, if you look at the pictures of it, somebody posted a picture of the new formula compared to the old formula.
A little lower.
Oh, okay.
It's blowing out.
Oh, it's okay. People see it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I picture pictures of the old formula compared to the new formula. The new formula looks like mildew in a bottle. That's what it looks like to me. I don't know. So, beauty trends for 2022, skincare and beauty trends. Are we going to see hyaluronic acid slowly fade away, do you think? Is it time for it to go away? Because I'm not even joking. The last 60 reviews I've done, Every single one of them, except for 2, had hyaluronic acid in them. Every single one. And the only 2 I think that didn't were 2 different Geek and Gorgeous products. It's in everything. Is it going to go away this year? I mean, Fortunate Nanette. I got your name right. Takes me a while to practice, but I think I get it finally. Oh, the Sukadogyaka Sudaha toner. I'm so terrible at pronouncing things. I really do love that toner, though. Amazon. There we go. There we go. My friend at work religiously uses tretinoin every single night. Layers it over the liquid gold mixed with a couple of drops of tamanu oil. Follows up with a moisturizer. I love the liquid gold. I use that right after the tretinoin. After the Trino. Same difference. I love that liquid gold. So watching a video from Doctorly, and they said derms don't believe windburn exists. Oh, I definitely dispute that. Woo, man. You go stand outside when it's windy and 20 degrees. You'll pay for it the next day. And you know, when I used to run a lot in the winter, I used to run every day in the winter. I'd put Vaseline on my face. And if I didn't put Vaseline on my face, there would be pain. Not even the next day, it would be right away. So, oh, thank you.
Bye, Debbie.
Bye-bye. Yes, get rid of hyaluronic acid, go beta-glucan. I'm team BG, beta-glucan. Oh, Batman thinks it'll stay a big ingredient. The products do sell well. Yeah, I did order the Glow Recipe new moisturizer just because I have to try it because I'm like that. But you know what? It's probably a very cheap ingredient. People that aren't as skincare savvy and knowledgeable as us probably think it's some great, amazing ingredient. It's advertised on TV all the time by L'Oreal. Try our hyaluronic serum. It is wonderful. Look at, I'm Eva Longoria. You can look like me if you use this serum that has nothing in it but hyaluronic acid. And it's not going to work. So there we go. Oh, thank you. Candy Ike. Is that your name? Candy Ike? It's like you're summoning Ike. Candy Ike. He's going to be here in 5 seconds. Thank you. Yeah, windburn is real. It's especially if it's cold out. I mean, I guess if the dermatologists are in Florida or California or Texas where it doesn't get negative 30 Fahrenheit in the winter, they probably have never had windburn. So Vaseline's always good too. Yeah. I do have the Skin 1004 Centella Soothing Cream. I've been meaning to review it, but it will be in my Sika Versus. The Skin 1004 Ampule. So I was going to do a Versus of that compared to the Apu Mattocasite Ampule. And the Skin 1004 Centella Ampule has one ingredient, Centella. But then I start searching for it, and there's alternate ingredient lists that are populate everywhere. Ingredient with Centella, butylene glycol, preservatives, things like that. So I emailed Skin 1004 multiple times to ask them, what is the official ingredient list? Is it the one on the box, or is it the one online everyone's talking about? Because it's a little strange it doesn't have preservatives in it. They never wrote back. So then I emailed Apu the same thing, because theirs contains Centella and Mattocasite as the only 2 ingredients. But again, there's also alternative ingredient list for that online. They didn't write back either. I emailed them 2 or 3 times. So it's hard to do a Versus. I mean, typically, I guess you go by the box, but there's no anything else in it, no preservatives or anything else. I don't know. So I don't know. So it didn't get me very far in my Versus because I don't really know what the official ingredient list is. So I wish they would have. That's a short form of your name. I like that. You and Ike should hang out. You guys have similar names. I like it. In Korea, they don't have to put preservatives if the percentage are in a certain amount. So that's probably what it is. Oh, wow. Is that me?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Sorry, I'll change it back.
I think I like it better like that. Look at my cheekbones. They look so defined. Yeah. So, the Marine Hyaluronics, I love that one. That one is really nice, actually. Probably one of the few hyaluronic based products I've really liked. So I also want to try the one from Mary and May. They have the Marine Hyaluronic Serum, which I ordered but hasn't come yet. So I'm putting these up and no one can see them. Mary and May. I love this stuff. So they can shake people for treats down together. I love that. Ike is always shaking people down for treats or sneaking into the house. At my dad's house, he checks the door like every 30 seconds to see if somebody didn't leave it latched. And if it's open, he's going in. He's going to eat everything he sees. So, oh, Marine Hyaluronics doesn't have HA. Okay. Why was I thinking it does? Maybe because of the name. But it's got a lighter than water texture to it. It's so runny, but it's wonderful. I love that. I need to buy another bottle of it because I really like it. But then I thought I wanted to try the one for Mary and May. So anyway. So the I'm from Mugwort Essence says 100% mugwort extract in Korea, but if they sold it here, I'd have to say all the preservatives. That makes sense. Thank you, Batman. You explained this to me that I finally get it. So that's why they probably are too busy to write back, or they're like, no BS Beauty. Who's that? Who cares? She's got terrible thumbnails. But yeah, so my thumbnails are great. I'm sorry. But yeah, so that makes sense. Okay, so that's why there's alternative lists. Because I always wondered, how is there no preservative in here? And it hasn't gone bad or what? So that makes sense. I think Mary and May just came to Julesy. I think they just started like in the last day or two. Correct me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they're just launching on Julesy or are about to. So check back, whatever your name is, and check back because I think they're about to. So that makes so much more sense. So Indeed Lab Skincare, I have liked a lot of their products. They're not all wonderful, but a lot of them are pretty simple, but pretty friendly. Most of them don't have tons of fragrance in them, which is great for us sensitive skin people. So yeah. So Mary and May, I love. The only product with them I haven't had good luck was their cleanser. This white collagen cleansing foam. I found this to be super drying, but other people might not. But I just found this to be kind of drying. So Batman comes through with a good explanation. So yeah, check out Julesy because they're just about to come. So okay, what else did I want to talk about quick? The Hut Group. Are any of you familiar with cultbeauty.com? I tend to use them for a lot of different brands that aren't sold at Sephora here, and I just found that Hut Group bought them. The Hut Group bought Derm Store. The Hut Group owns Skin Store. They own Feel Unique, Look Fantastic. The Hut Group is not my favorite group to work with. Oh, another interesting little thing. Procter & Gamble has patented a device which collects and analyzes hairbrushing patterns in force of hairbrushing and then transfer the info through a smart device to the user. So you can see if you're brushing your hair too hard or too long or too much, and it's going to be like, they patented it, so it's going to be like $400 or $500. I guess for some people it might be useful, or for people with thinning hair maybe, and you can see if you're using too much force. I know the Hut Group owns everything. Soon they're going to own this hair analyzing device too. So, anyway. Yeah, Mary and May is hit or miss with the Hey, Heather! I haven't... Oh, you did. Okay. You commented earlier. I didn't see your name pop up. I recognize your name instantly. So, Mary and May, yeah. So, the serums don't have fragrance. Their Idabenone cream doesn't have fragrance. But some of their toners and masks do have fragrance. So, although they have a Tranexamic Eye Cream, which I'm very excited to try out too. So, let's see. I did try the Misha Time Revolution 5X. You know what? I just saw the 5X Misha Toner, which was their new version at Marshall's the other day. Usually Marshall's only has stuff that they're trying to clearance, but that's a new one. So, hey girl! Heather, hey girl! I recognize, you know what's so funny? I recognize everyone's names because... Anyway, yeah, I do. It's like a thing. I have a mental image of what everyone looks like and what they would be like in person. It's a weird thing. I don't know. Anyway, because I'm crazy like that. So, yeah, so Misha, I don't know. They changed their stuff, and in my opinion, not for the better necessarily. I don't know why, but a lot of K-beauty brands seem to reformulate things often. So, I don't know. Misha had a total winner with their previous versions, but I don't know why they decided to change it, but... you know, I had another thought too. Oh, the Tranexamic Eye Cream is from Mary and May. It's a newer product, so it might not be on Yes Style yet. I think it's on Style Banner, Style Korean. I was just sitting here wondering because, oh, it's funny. Procter & Gamble patented the hair-related thing, but their Head and Shoulders shampoos are some of the worst products on the market. You know what? I just remember my brother using that Head and Shoulders when he was like a teenager, and that just didn't do anything for him. Maybe he didn't have dandruff. I don't know. Maybe it was something else. So there was this small YouTuber, actually. He had 138,000 subscribers, so not a huge YouTuber, but he was an explorer, and he was doing a dive in Tennessee, and he helped someone find two missing teenagers that went missing like 20 years ago. It was amazing. I'm like, so this YouTuber actually did something really good for society instead of just, I don't know, creating drama or whatever. He actually did something amazing. So is that I don't know, I see that and it's like, he did something great for society. So he has 138,000 subscribers. We should watch it in like a week because I bet he'll be up to like 1 million. Because this is a big deal. I mean, these poor two families had their daughter and son missing for 20 years not knowing where they were. So.
I shouldn't play this though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, anyway.
Exploring with Nug.
Exploring with Nug, whoever Nug is. Anyway, yeah, that was pretty cool.
We're going to subscribe.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's amazing. He actually did something good for society. Because I always wonder, are influencers, are they good for consumers or are they good for skincare brands? And I don't consider myself an influencer. I'm just a dork with opinions in Minnesota. That's what I am. I just wonder, are they better for consumers or are they better for the brands? And I think a lot of influencers work for the brands or work with the brands, take products from the brands, take money from the brands. So in general, they're working for the brand, not really the consumers. Most of them, I don't know. So I don't know. That was my totally random thought today. So I always have random thoughts.
I'm going to post the link.
Okay. Let's see. Favorite affordable U.S. sunscreen? Ooh. That's a tough one. U.S. So if it's U.S. sunscreens, you're not going to have to be mineral because our chemical sunscreens just can't stand up to any other sunscreen. Maybe. Well, I like the Kinship sunscreen, Self-Reflect. That's always a good one. Let's see. Color Science, Sunforgettable, Glow Liquid. That one's really nice too. So those are a couple good ones. So I'm finding that skincare videos older than a year can really be useless. Do I ever look at my old videos? No, I try not to. It's always terrifying. Because some of my sunscreens are just, ugh. Or some of my videos are just like, unless it's like a review of a product that hasn't been changed, I guess it could be useful. But a lot of them, once they're done and things change at the time, within a couple months, things change so fast. So most of them some of them have a good lifespan of a product that hasn't been changed. But nowadays it seems like every product gets changed pretty quickly, actually. So, okay, Curology. You know what? The one thing, I was going to try Curology, and they wouldn't let me use a prepaid card, and they wouldn't let me use, like, PayPal, and, you know what? Because I always, like, get nervous about reoccurring fees, and I'm going to forget, and they're going to keep sending me stuff, so I want to use, like, a card that, so they were very strict about what cards they would take, so I didn't sign up because of it. That was it.
Because they don't want you to cancel.
I know. But, like, privacy.com is great for beauty boxes and things like that, but they won't take it. But a lot of people have good luck with it, so it might be worth a try if you're interested in trying some actives and things like that. So, Dermatology has good sunscreens, too. I started an Instagram to rant about skincare and review my empties, and they put YouTube to shame with the sheer volume of sponsored content on there. Instagram, there's a lot of sponsored content on there. It is, and if you're going to do stuff, maybe think about doing a YouTube channel and just doing short videos, Danny. That's kind of my thought on it. And at least, you know, if people start to follow you, you could, I don't think Instagram pays anything ever. So it might be worth thinking about doing YouTube. Just a thought, I don't know. There's all, you know what, there's a need for like honest content relating to skincare. There's a need for it because so much of it, if not most of it, is sponsored or it's free products. And I just don't know how getting something free can't make your opinion of something a little bit better when you didn't shell out $100 for it. I just don't. So, I have not tried the drugstore dupe for the Supergoop sunscreen, but is that the Aldi one? I'm trying to think. Aldi has a lot of dupes. Aldi has a lot of dupes in Europe for like Drunk Elephant products too. So, let's see. Korean and Japanese sunscreens to be so much better. Also, French and Canadian formulas. Yeah, you know what? Sunscreens in the U.S., if it minerals sunscreens can compete, but our chemical sunscreens, they're just, I wouldn't even really trust most of them, especially on a very sunny day. So, oh, Curology, you can change your ship date, but you got to remember, I forgot one time and now I have 2 and I'm still on the 1st. Yeah, so they'll send you stuff. You got to stay on top of it. So, yeah, you know what? It's nice that the brands send you stuff. I mean, I hate Aldi for not... I know! Aldi, I was so annoyed because they have these Drunk Elephant dupes, but they're nearly impossible to get in the U.S. I don't know why. They're not sunscreens, so I don't know. That's annoying to me. So, let's see. Anything else you guys want to chat about? Otherwise, I guess I better plow all the snow. Or cameraman should. So, yeah, Aldi dupes. I really want to give it a whirl, but anyway, maybe someday. So, well, thank you guys. Unless you guys have anything else to chat about, I'm going to go plow and get stuff for dinner. Last night I made French onion soup. My hands are sore from cutting 25 onions. So, yeah, the Aldi dupes. They have a lot of dupes for the Drunk Elephant products, although some of them have fragrance in it. Favorite product of all time? Oh, man. That's a hard one. Normally I'd say the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Hydrating Serum, but they changed that. Probably the Cosrx Snail Cream. Kroger, the Super Dupe is from Kroger. Okay, I'm going to have to remember that. And
Kroger's
go there
down
and get
south,
it.
right?
Yeah, don't we have any around here?
No.
I bet I can buy it online though.
Yeah, we'll look.
Oh, Naked Sundays. Oh, I've wanted to try that Naked Sundays brand forever. But I think there's one site that will ship to the US, but it's $50. So, although I've tried a lot of the Australians, like Ultraviolet, amazing. Ceuticals, wonderful. So, I really want to try that other brand. How do I rotate my cleansers? You know what? Generally, I have like 5 in my bathroom. And I just use it depending on how my skin feels that day. I've got very gentle ones. I've got makeup removing ones. And it just depends on if my skin's feeling dry, if I'm wearing makeup or sunscreen. I don't really have any method to it. Unless there's one I've been trying to finish. Like the Glow Recipe Blueberry Bounce Cleanser. I was determined to finish that one before the end of the year. And I just finally did. So, yeah. Just depends on how my skin's feeling. So, clean... let's see. I went to Sephora to buy a chemical sunscreen. Insisted on a clean Josie Marin formula. First of all, gal, at the I don't think the Josie Marin one is chemical. It's a mineral one, isn't it? I think. I'm pretty sure it is. So.
That's what he said. It was the exact opposite.
Yeah. You know what? She probably just had a busy day, maybe, and just didn't know. Apad Serum Peptide Eye Cream. Those are wonderful, too. So. Oh, they put lavender oil in their oat mask. Oh, First Aid Beauty. What the heck? That's so sad. I don't know what happened to them. It's almost like I don't even know who they were anymore. Or are anymore. So, yeah. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much. We'll do this again soon. And anyway, I will see you tomorrow. I'm not going to release a video today because we'll put this up for anybody that wasn't able to watch. But anyway, chemical sunscreen. Come on. Anyway, okay. Thanks, guys, so much. I will see you guys with more tomorrow. Okay, bye, guys. Thank you.